Man, YouTube was them. It's your boy Zell back with another banger video. In this video, we got Devin Haney to fight Alberto Puello in March. And we also gonna talk about will Devin Haney unify and become undisputed at 140. So let's get it. First of all, hold up. First of all right. First of all, this is unofficial. This is very unofficial about him fighting Puello. But the thing is, Puello is the WBC interim champ, and Dev is the WBC champion in recess. So it only makes sense that if Dev comes back, he fights for his recess WBC belt. It only makes sense. And the guy in his way to that belt is Puello. You know, that'll be just like Mel coming back and then fighting all the champions in recess. He still could, but I don't think Mel should, because Mel too big for the division. But Devin Haney, he been walking around slimmer. He been working on getting his technique in order, being more healthy. Devin Haney is a student of the game, is what people don't understand. He might have got his ass beat for being emotional. Yeah, he got his ass torched for being emotional, trying to hook with a hooker. But I'm sure he learned his lesson the hard way. So yeah, I think his next match should be against Puello. Now, obviously, it's unofficial. I can't guarantee, but I wouldn't be surprised if I'm right. But yeah, it only makes sense. But like I'm saying, in this fight, I have a strong um prediction, and the prediction is Devin Haney unanimous decision against Puello. Um, I think that he dominates Puello and takes his belt back. Puello, he's a spoiler. He fights us. He's a survivability specialist. Um, yeah, he fights just like the guy that O'Shaquie Foster beat. I forgot his name, but I think in fact, they might even look the same. They might even look the same, bro. Who the dude O'Shaquie Foster beat, bro? Who the dude O'Shaquie Foster beat? Um, O'Shaquie Foster beat Robson Consequial. Bro, Consequial, what's Consequial ethnicity? He's Brazilian. So what's your boy ethnicity? Puello. Puello's he's Dominican. So I'm saying all this because I'm pretty much wasting time, but I'm pretty much saying they both of them are spoilers. They know how to clinch, they know how to survive, and they like to be the ring general. But Devin Haney is so much faster and athletic, is probably stronger than this dude that I don't think they can ring general Devin Haney. And I say all this to say, like, will Devin Haney unify or will he become undisputed at 140? Because we know that once he's in his bag, like once he starts to unify, once he starts chasing legacy, and he got a name, so you can't deny him fights. Devin Haney is a prize fight for a lot of these guys, but Devin Haney really chasing legacy. Well, he should be. And if he would have fought Ryan, if Ryan was the champion, it would have made sense. But he tried to cherry pick a prize fight, and it turned out wrong. That's how he lost to Ryan. He tried to cherry pick a prize fight, and Ryan cheated. Ryan was like, "I'm not losing to this dude, no matter what happened. I'm not losing," and he didn't. But yeah, bro, I hope Devin Haney fight the champs at 140. Um, in fact, I hope he become undisputed. But undisputed is gonna have some smoke. I think undisputed at 140 gonna be tougher than that 135 because he got to see the guy that I'm gonna mention. But I think he can beat Ryan with Hitchison with like medium difficulty. I think Hitch being a ring general might make Devin job a little harder, but I think he could beat Ryo. There's a lot of good champions at 140. I think Teofimo might be the hardest fight because Teofimo has raw power in both hands. Teofimo, as much as I don't like him, I respect his boxing, his talent for the sport. He got a bunch of talent. Dude got a bunch of raw talent. Teofimo has, when we talk about raw talent, him and Tank Davis are like up there with raw talent and raw athleticism. This dude hit hard as fuck, but he's limited because of his. I don't think he's as studious to the game as he should be. I don't think he's as studious, um, and I don't know what his will looks like. Like I don't know what it looks like. When he's down a bunch of rounds and he got to search and destroy. But like I'm saying, I think that's Devin Haney's toughest fight because Devin Haney does he struggles against guys who throw a lot of punches. We saw him struggle against Loma, who threw a lot of punches. Ryan threw a lot of punches at times and got home. So a guy with power who has a high volume of punches might be Devin Haney's weakness. Think of a Argentinian style. Think of what's the guy's name that gave Adrian Broner a hard time? Marcus Maidana. I think Marcus Maidana is Argentinian. I think I could be wrong, but that style gave Floyd Mayweather problems. That style, a pressure style, where heavy hands gives boxers a hard time. It gives pure boxers a hard time because they're relying on it being a slow fight where they could pick their shots and hit you hard. But if you pressuring them and making them work defensively and they can't just be a ring general and get out of range, that's the hardest fight to boxers. High volume pressure fighters, which is why people don't want to give Sean Porter credit. But Sean Porter gave Terrence Crawford one of the hardest fights of his career. Until Terrence Crawford strapped his nuts up and decided he was gonna knock him out, just like how he did what's your boy name? Kavaliaskis. Um, but Sean Porter gave Terrence Crawford a hard time because a pressure fighter with power is hard for a boxer to handle. He gotta hit him with power to keep him off. So I think Tio might be Devin Haney's hardest matchup. I think he could beat Ryo and Hitchison with like medium difficulty. But if he learned how to block and interact with punches, I think he'll be perfectly fine with Tio. Because Tio struggles with ring generals and guys who can move and circle. We saw him struggle with Jermaine Ortiz. He struggled with Sandor Martin. Claggett. Some people say a dude with 7 losses beat his ass. It's funny. But yeah, the best defense though is to completely avoid it. Fuck a block. The best defense is to completely avoid it and get out of range. Is really just to be a better ring general. When I think of ring generals, I think of the best ring generals that I've seen in modern history. Modern history, obviously Floyd Mayweather. Then I start thinking of Andre Ward, Lennox Lewis, Shakur Stevenson, guys like that who completely get out of range and make it to where you have to reach to hit them, and then they can counter you. I think Devin Haney should focus on being a better ring general, getting out of range. Obviously, have a good guard so where you can interact with punches, be a completely rounded fighter. But the thing you should be worried about the most is getting out of range, bro. Have a Bevo type of style to you. Be a ring general. Get out of range before you block. And blocking should be your last resort. Get out of range first, Make them have to chase you. And then turn them. When they chase you, turn them. Always be in the middle of the ring. That's when Devin Haney at his best. Just like all that great ring generals. But in honesty, people think Devin Haney career over. They like, oh, he should retire. The dude 26 years old. Imagine where these boxing fans in the 60s and 70s and 80s when Ali was fighting around that time, and they was like, Ali retired. Joe Frazier beat you, retired. Or they told Mike Tyson to retire when he lost. The boxing wouldn't be shit. Losing is a part of boxing. That's what happens when the best fight the best. I know these fanboys not used to that, but did they tell Canelo retire after Floyd and Bivol beat him? No. They only do that with black fighters like Deontay, Errol, and Haney. That's why a lot of these dudes scared to fight the best because the fanboys gonna troll them and tell them retire if they lose. But Devin Haney career really just begun. It's not over. His career really just begun. So man, let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Till next time, man.